So if something has seen better days, it's no longer in as good a condition as it was before. It was better then, now it's a little bit old, needs fixing, needs a new paint job, whatever.
Okay, so back to the article, we see that James wants Noah to transform it into a racing machine while adding some modern features like air conditioning.
Wow, sounds like a pretty big job. It is
big.
indeed. He needs it to be transformed. And if you transform one thing into another thing, you change it in some way, either in its shape, its purpose, its function, and so on. Now, usually when we use transform something into something, we mean the changes aren't going to be just little ones, we mean they will be quite significant, quite big.
OK，transform 这个动词呢，就是表示变形的意思哦。比方说像电影 Transformer， 你知道这些变形金刚，所以你就知道 transform 这个改变呢，其实是很大的改变哦。那我们这边看到它的用法呢是 transform A into B。OK， 改变就是呢将 A 变成 B， 特别呢我们常常指的外观或是它的特性。那改变呢，你当然也可以使用 change 这个字 ，change 比较简单哦，但 transform 的改变呢会更大、更显著。好比呢毛毛虫变成蝴蝶这样子，完全不同的感觉。If you think this sounds an easy task, you'll run. Okay, we see in this article that Noah's crew members discover they are in for a tough time upon inspecting the Mustang.
Yeah, so the Mustang is a very old kind of classic car, but they have a look and they go, oh, this is going to be tough. Now, the adjective tough is being used here to mean difficult or challenging. We can use tough to mean kind of strong and hard to damage, like a tough guy or a tough material, but here we just mean hard. So a tough time is a difficult time. We could also say that English test this morning was really tough.
OK， 所以呢，看到这个形容词 tough 呢，就表示艰难的、棘手的。例如呢，我们刚刚Pat举的例子，今天早上的英文考試很難，這個時候呢，我們就是表示 difficult 或者 hard， 或者是呢，像說我們可以說呢，這段時間很難熬 tough times。OK， 就表示呢，這個很難熬的時間，很困難的。那呢，也提到了 tough 這個字呢，其實它是可以用來形容人或東西。比方說，我們剛剛說 a tough guy or tough material， 它呢則是形容這個是很有韌性、很強壯、不容易被摧毀的。And the mechanics know how tough it will be once they start inspecting the car.
Yes, if you inspect something, you look at it in lots of detail and in a very organized way. So we do this bit thoroughly, and then we move on to the next bit and do that thoroughly, and so on. You inspect something to find out everything about it, including any problems it has or what exactly has happened. Detectives inspect a crime scene for clues, for example, and people inspect factories to check that all the machines are working properly and everything is safe and following all of the rules.
OK， 所以呢，我们看到 inspect 这个动詞呢，它就表示檢視或者是審查，就好像呢 exam 就是呢去看它這樣子檢查的意思。那我們看到名詞 inspection， 比方說呢，剛剛 Pat 講到說呢，這個比方說檢察官或是偵探呢在檢查這個犯罪現場，或者是說呢，像說工廠哦，甚至是學校、醫院呢，都會有這個 inspector， 就是呢這些審查員呢，他們來看你的這個醫院，看你的工廠是不是所有東西都有符合 SOP。符合這個標準程序哦，那呢，我們這個檢視的流程、審查的過程呢，就叫做 inspection. Okay, for example, elevators must undergo an annual safety inspection. Okay, 這些電梯呢，都在每一年呢都要檢查一次哦，這個安全的檢查。Okay, so they examined the car, and what problems do they find?
Well, plenty. Okay, the article says they see its structure is damaged, and the inside of the car is empty.
Empty.
So here we're talking about the structure. When we're talking about something's structure, we mean the parts of it and how they are all arranged and how they fit together. So in buildings, the structure only means the walls, the floors, the roofs and the ceilings, and it's kind of the same with cars. The car structure will be all the shape of the car, but not the engine and not all of the seating bits and the softer stuff inside.
OK， 所以剛剛 Pat 就解釋了這個名詞 structure 這個呢字中文我們就翻譯為結構。OK， 所以呢我們看到呢這個課文裡面呢就形容說這台車的結構呢怎麼樣，已經壞了 damaged， 它已經損壞了。damage 這個字呢這個動詞就表示破壞它的意思，所以呢我們在這邊是用這個過去分詞 pp damaged 形容呢這個 structure 這個結構呢已經被損壞了。And yes, as we see, the inside is empty.
Yeah, so there's nothing to sit on, all the pipes and the important things that connect it up are gone. If the structure is damaged, maybe it's all kind of bent like some heavy weight, or if it's been in a crash, something like that. And on top of all of the rest of this,
Okay.
the article explains, plus there's no motor under the hood. Okay, so of course there has to be another bit missing, and in this case it is the motor. Now the motor of the car is part of the engine, and it's the part that provides the movement as it burns up the gas you put in the car, and it causes all the other things to move, the wheels to move, and so on. Without a motor, the car won't go anywhere. Now, other things have motors as well, various vehicles like we've talked about, planes and boats. Some machines will have motors that keeps them going around, like a fan.
Yes.
Yeah, if you think of a fan going around, that needs a motor to turn the electricity into movement. And even robots will have a motor.
Okay.
Okay. And also, interestingly, in the UK, the word motor can just mean the whole car.
The whole car?
Yeah, you'd say,
Just
I've got a brand new motor, means I've got a new car.
Then how do you know it's a car or a bike?
Well, I guess it's just part of UK slang. If someone says, I've got a lovely new motor, you know they mean car.
OK.
It's all about context.
OK， 所以呢，我们看到 motor 这个名词，motor 这个名词其實就是我們中文說的馬達的意思了。那呢，這個車子裡面沒有馬達。那馬達呢 ，motor 這個字呢，其實呢跟我們這個車子息息相關的。比方說，我們說 motorbike 或者說 motorcycle， 就表示呢這個 bike 是有馬達的，表示它是機車，不是腳踏車。那剛剛 Pat 也解釋呢，在英國他們有時候講 motor 這個字呢，其實可以直接指 car。OK，motor 直接就是車子的意思。但是這個句子裡面呢，我們這邊使用到 plus 來開頭了 ，plus 這個字呢，其實是加上去的意思。比方說 one plus one equals two，OK， 1加1等於2。但在這邊呢，我們 plus 其實呢，它是一個比較像是副詞的作用，它呢是表示而且此外附加說明的用法。比方說呢，你可以講說 in addition to 或是 moreover， 類似這樣子的用法。我們在這邊 plus 是這樣的意思。所以呢，他說，除了這個車子的 structure 呢，它的架構已經壞了，而且呢，裡面是 empty， 裡面是空的，而且還怎麼樣呢？此外，這台車沒有馬達 ，there's no motor inside。Okay, under the hood.
Yes.
Okay, and which part of the car is the hood?
Okay, the hood is the bit at the front you lift up to see the engine. I'm going to go into some UK British English again. We call the hood the bonnet.
Bonnet.
B-O-N-N-E-T. Bonnet. So hood, bonnet, just the same, but in different countries.
OK， 所以呢 ，hood 這個字呢，其實指的非常簡單，就是指引擎蓋。引擎蓋通常是在前面。OK，the hood is normally at the front.
Yep.
And the truck is at the
Trunk,
back.
yeah,
Trunk, not truck. OK, trunk is in the back. OK, so what do people call the trunk?
In the UK?
In the UK, yes.
Okay, yeah, so we've got bonnet at the front.
Yes.
We don't call it the trunk, we call it the boot.
The boot.
B-O-O-T.
Okay.
Like boot on your feet. But that's just how we do. So Americans will say the hood and the trunk. British people will say the bonnet and the boot.
Okay.
Anyway, let's get back to the article. We see that the mechanics insert a powerful new engine, find new seats, and straighten the frame of the car. To straighten something means to put it in a straight line after it's already been bent or twisted, or at least it means put it back to the way it should be.
Okay.
So it's kind of been messed up, you go, there we go, straight again.
OK， 所以呢，我們可以先看一下 straight 這個形容詞呢，就是形容直的。比方說呢，我們說 go straight，OK， 你直走。但是這邊呢，我們則是動詞哦，我們 straight 後面加上 en。當我們把形容詞呢後面加上 en，它變成動詞呢，它就有讓它變成怎麼樣的意思？比方說呢，這邊用的這個 straighten，OK， 就是呢把東西變直弄直。那我們東西可能已經彎曲了，所以它把它弄直。那其實呢，在剛剛的課文裡面，我們看到另外一個動詞哦 ，insert 就是輸入的意思。除了呢，我們把它東西放進去之外呢，像我們電腦，比方說你在打字輸入一個 一個文字，這個呢也叫做 insert. Okay, so what do we mean by frame?
Well, the frame is like our bones, the bit on the inside that the other things can be attached to or put on top of. A frame needs to be solid and stable so it can hold up the weight of all the other stuff, and the frame also gives it the right shape.
Okay, frame 這個字呢，它呢就表示這個架構、支架或者是骨架的意思。比方說呢，像是我們人身體裡面的骨頭，这些骨架呢就叫做 frame， 或者是呢像是建筑物或是车辆裡面，像我們这些鋼筋水泥啊、柱子這些東西，就是這個房子的 frame. Okay, this sounds easy enough, but one thing makes the job even tougher. We see that, however, James keeps complicating their work by mailing in car parts that don't fit.
Oh dear. So James is complicating things. To complicate something, you make it harder to understand and just generally more difficult because there are more things involved with it. It's related to the adjective complicated. So we'd call a game with a lot of rules complicated because there's a lot to remember. Back to using it as a verb, a teacher could complicate a subject by trying to teach everything at once instead of teaching it in small pieces, one at a time.
OK， 所以呢，这边这个动詞哦 ，complicate， 刚剛差點念錯了。complicate 這個字呢，它其實呢就是指把什麼東西變得複雜的意思哦。我們可以看到它的形容詞，大家呢很常看到 complicated， 就是呢很複雜的，所以呢它的動詞 complicate 就是呢把東西變複雜。那注意到它是一個及物動詞，所以我們可以直接把變複雜的東西加在後面。比方說呢，剛剛 Pat 說呢，這個老師把這個課程變得複雜，我們直接把課程加在 complicate 後面，使東西變得複雜。Okay, so James keeps complicating their job. OK， 我們 keep 這個連綴動詞呢，我們這邊加上 VING，complicating， 它呢就表示持續的意思。所以呢 ，James 他在幹嘛呢？他一直把不適合的零件呢送來給這個修車廠哦，想要加上去。And this isn't all that James does.
No, we see that at the last minute, he even changes his mind about the paint job. But Noah convinces him it's too late.
Okay.
If you do something at the last minute, you do it when the time is almost up and it's almost too late to make any more changes. Whereas just to change your mind means to want something and then you decide you want something else, like looking at a menu and thinking, I'll have this. No, this. No, I want that.
Yeah, I do that all the time. OK， 我们首先看到啊 ，change your mind, change someone's mind， 就表示呢改变你的心意哦。比如说你本來想選這個，但是你改變心意了，想選別個。那這個 James 呢，他在什麼時候改變了他的心意哦 ？At the last minute， 在最後1分鐘。這邊不是真的指1分鐘，而是指最後一刻，在最後快要來不及的時候呢，你才說你要改。那來得及嗎 ？Because it's too late。OK， 已經太晚了，已經是最後一刻來不及改了。So Noah has to convince him he can change his mind again.
That's right. If you convince somebody or to do something or about something, you use a logical, reasonable argument supported by facts to get someone to agree with you, to change their mind, or to believe you. We generally use it to mean to talk someone into having the same opinion as you do. For example, if I think a movie will be great, but you're not sure, I need to convince Sam to see it with me. Like, come on, it'll be amazing. Great actors, cool music.
Okay, I'll go then. Pat convinced me. OK， convince 这個字呢，就是說服的意思，這個動詞。那後面呢，我們可以加上一個子句，你說服一個人去做什麼事情。比方說，像我們課文這邊用法，那呢，你也可以用 of。OK，he convinced me of going to this movie. OK， 他呢。說服我 It's a weird sentence, but
that will be convince you to go.
To go, yes.
Because it's a verb, you could
yes.
convince someone of someone's innocence.
Yes,
so
yes.
convince someone to verb or of a noun.
Yes, yes. OK， 所以呢，我們可以說服人呢，說服一個人 to do something， 後面加上動詞，或是呢 of 什麼東西。比方說呢 ，He convinced me of his innocence。OK， 他使我相信呢，他是無辜的。of 後面呢，我們可以加上名詞。So after Noah and his team finish, we see that when the work is done, Noah met James at a local racetrack to show him the car.
A racetrack is just a special road for racing cars on.
OK，track 这个字呢是轨道的意思，所以呢 racetrack 就是指赛车道。And what happens then?
We see that James is thrilled with the results. If you're thrilled with something, you're really happy with the way things have turned out. We can also use it to mean a little amazed, but the main feeling we communicate is feeling really pleased with a result.
OK， 所以呢，我们看到这个形容词 thrilled， 所以呢，你说 be thrilled with something， 就是呢对这件事情感到很興奮、很開心，甚至是呢很滿意。We also see that to Noah's amazement, James even loves the paint color.
Yeah, that's surprising after he kept changing his mind. Then, to celebrate, James and Noah take the car for a few laps around the track. Sounds fun.
Yes. The article finishes by saying, to see more of the studio's magical work, check out Speed is the New Black on Discovery Channel this May.
That brings us to the end of the article, so let's go to today's For You Chat question.